will bring up the fire. If we wish to make it softer, we will soon control and transmit. If we wish to make it lighter, we will bring up the fire. If we wish to make it softer.
Hello traders, welcome to the Thursday evening stream. Right, it's power hour, so
it's time for power hour.
It doesn't look like a good power for Bitcoin. Crypto, look like they're selling off kind of around an appropriate area. If you look above my head, you can kind of see, dude, I'm really sore. 4 days of personal training sessions, so I'm just like exhausted. But like I guess starting the stream with Intel, which I don't know, man. If you're watching the stream, I mean, if you're a white coffee enthusiast, this one really stuck out as great. And the composite man, he made the call. And Nvidia investing $5 billion into Intel for AI stuff. And pumped on the news. And first target, if you cared, $28.99, the gap filled. They gapped through it. Next target's $34.40 to $36. The only problem is if you owned Intel 25 years ago, you virtually made no money. So it's like Intel trading at the same price it was trading at December 1998. So that's not great. Not your, and this is like your initial S coins, right? What they do, same thing. So, all right, hi in the chat. That's right. Someone tipped for a dealer's choice. I picked this one because it was so ready. Didn't know. You have no idea, but it just, that's the way it goes sometimes. So show me the charts, I'll show you the news. Perfect example. All right, hype in the chat. But it wasn't the only like big gainer today, even though it was the biggest. I mean, hey, more quantum computing, bro. Our GTI, another fresh all-time high, 2618, highest level we've ever seen. Broke out of the channel yesterday, broke to a fresh all-time high yesterday, and it's like immediate price discovery. Who knows where this will go? 50? Probably 50. They break 25, 50, I guess. I guess Fibonacci extensions if we want. I think you've already hit the 1272 today. You hit the 1272 today. I guess if you want a 1618, it's 31 bucks, $30.94. RGTI, have in the chat. Very nice, man. Not really surprising. I mean, amazing. Okay, so another asset that's up 10+% today, Triple D. Triple D is a trade setup based only on technicals. We don't give two craps about fundamentals of 3D printing systems. Okay, there was a bubble, you know, like a decade ago, and it popped, and no one's cared about it, but it was just the price action correlation to key levels on the weekly. And as you can see, another test of that 200-day simple moving average. You'd never broke it, though. You couldn't break it on August 27th or 28th. You couldn't break it today. But again, patience. You give me enough time. You're looking for a 460 Triple D. Remember, it's the weekly. Forget the daily. Hello? Keyboard not working. All right. It was this. It was the bullish deep crab type 2 return with triple bullish divergence on the RSI. And it just happened to be that slightly lower low double bottom characteristic at the level of all levels. It was perfect. I think this was another dealer choice. Someone was like, hey man, dealer's choice. And I was scanning through my watch list and then Triple D. I'm like, oh my God. So this one's yet to do anything yet. It's up like, what, 40% from the entry, but I'm talking like relatively to how these things resolve, these massive structures. 460, which is like almost doubling from where it is right now. 671, $8 if we're lucky, if we're fortunate. All right, so just another awesome asset, technically speaking. Okay, Etsy was up. Dude, Etsy turned it all around with its own bullish butterfly type 1 reaction, and that was it. Now the trend's reversing. You got higher lows, you got a couple higher highs. Yeah, they recaptured 6130. The big level on Etsy is 7353. If they break that, man, $90. $100, 150. All right, things are turning around on this one. It's almost like a left shoulder head, right shoulder with confirmation. Momentum shifting has, developed throughout July and this month. Two lows confirming that momentum has shifted. That's what it's representing to me. Right here, see, there was so much demand, they couldn't even really test that level again. Subtle sign of strength. So Etsy, small caps, all-time highs today. Debt's gonna get cheaper for these smaller caps, man. They need that debt. They need more, so they might get it. And that's why these things have been running. My God, dude, the IWM all-time high. As I'm speaking to you right now, as you're blinking your eyeballs, as you're breathing, as you're staring at your screen, Russ 2000 futures all-time highs. So just all around Jesus chimes, okay? What's up, G-Dog? Trader Man, Sam T, Element OP, Chargers, Slow Flow, sorry, Brad, Anthony, Edit. Let's go, Anonymous. Are you kidding me, man? Boom. Let's freaking go, dude.
Big payday. Thanks you, Mitch, for everything you do for us. Don't want us to hold lack trying to shake people out. Can you take a loot on Serb maps? Much love, Party Parrot, Party Parrot.
Oh, Anon, thanks so much for the freaking 6168. That's the golden retrace contribution, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, the market maker, the composite operator, well, he concluded his buying campaign on Intel, and he's virtually, I think, concluded his campaign on LAC. And it's just, yeah, how do we get these guys to sell so I can buy it a little bit more? But again, that's theoretical. Of course it could fail. There's no certainties at all. You know, we could be off in our identification of what's happening, but it's just a great bottoming structure. Unlike, I know it's down, but so look at this on Etsy, dude. That's really pretty. I mean, I bet it's very visible on the weekly too. And we're gonna look at those, okay? Gosh dang it. Hold on. Dude, I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. It's been a long week. My body is broken. Like King Theoden after he got thrown off his horse. That's how I feel right now. But the weekly, my God. Oh my God, it's so pretty. How is it like this now? Yeah, dude, I would think like you're breaking the neckline kind of, but maybe like we would just look at Etsy's neckline as like 73.53. I think this is everything. You break 74 bucks, it's game time. But wow, phenomenal Momo shifting structure, extremely visible on the weekly. Sorry, I gotta ping some people on that. My God. Bro, oh my God. So my computer restarted, my sleep schedule, I got all screwed up. My building never runs out of, the power never goes out except this morning. Woke me up and I think it screwed up my computer more than it is already. Okay, QBTS, bro, this is insane, all right? Like, it is the Gartley, the crazy Gartley, all-time highs, never before seen, 2485, but we got it today. It's just phenomenal, like, unreal. You wish this was Bitcoin. Sorry, dude. In case you're not paying attention, Bitcoin is performing horribly to many different assets on the stock market. Many. It's bad. So it's like, I don't know. Is the ship going to ever come home on Bitcoin? Because it's just been this methodical, you know, grinding rally and still just can't make a higher high than we saw in August. Like, what the? I mean, they might be waiting for Q4, but for now, it's just garbage price action. Even with like, hey, dude, fresh highs we saw today. We hadn't seen levels like that since August 17th, but look at it now, you know, the last hour of trading before the daily close, and it's just giving it all up like no one cares. Yeah, that's crypto, dude. Outside of Binance coin, Binance Coin's the king, dude. $1,000 for the first time in human history, very early in the morning, like 4 something a.m., 4:11 a.m. I believe was when we officially achieved $1,000 BNB. Okay. There are others that are up. Let me get to Bitcoin. Since we started out on some stonks, let's go to Bitcoin. Then who cares, dude? This is what it did, man. Like, you're in a downtrend, a midterm downtrend, I guess. You get like how bad this is. Like, they just did all. It took them 3 weeks to do this. This very weak rally. And now, like, they can't. They're unwilling to break 117, which is a bunch of swing lows from July and August.
Thanks.
What's up, Golden Knight, man? This is what you're trying to do. Yeah, look at that. So you just have to understand the implications of, like, failing here and rolling over. Like, you could lose so much value. Like, this asset, Bitcoin, at this point, if it's just going to do this garbage and not break out tomorrow, like, okay, you got 4% downside, quite possibly 6.4% downside potential. Like, that's the target if this is going to roll over here, which it kind of looks like it. I bet that's kind of some exhaustion on some lesser times. So a high, a slightly pathetically joke higher high. Yeah, of course. I mean, look at it. It's like a high, then this just
Anonymous
bearish
tipped $25.
divergence.
Worth watching, Ba? Their defense technologies.
We can look, Anonymous. Thanks for the Bas, or the 25. We'll look at Ba. Thank you, dude. We will. Okay, I'm just not impressed. Call me when we break 117. It's almost like every $1,000 is some unbelievable dramatic resistance where there is certain levels of supply on Bitcoin. Every $1,000 now. Okay, easy to run from once they break 116 and get to 117, it's over. 115, oh my God, we can't do it. We finally break it. 116, it's over. Sell off, sideways, dump for 3, 4, 5 days. It's just covering this asset is just, even caring about the asset is just tough, man. Because there's no animal spirits. The animal spirits are elsewhere. Probably for good reason. Okay, so that's your Bitcoin, man. Just nothing to talk about. Call me when we break the supply line. Call me when we're heading to 120, when we break 120, because that's going to be another ridiculous level of resistance that they probably won't be able to break. I guess they're trying, man. They're really trying, by the grace of God, attempting to break into the bullish control zone. Please buy Bitcoin, government. Michael Saylor, please buy more Bitcoin, because we can't. No one else is. They're buying Etsy and Stitch Fix and Intel and Google and Tesla and the IWM and the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones and QBT. They're buying everything. They're just that no one wants Bitcoin. Sorry, dude. Did Bitcoin ever like this in the past? Yeah. I mean, last year, 8 months of consolidation like we're receiving now. Could you imagine, like, how many months now, I guess, since it started? It's been 70 days. Well, imagine instead of 70 days, you imagine 200 days. So, I mean, you're almost halfway there, which is ridiculous. But the good news is it's just a bunch of bullish consolidation. Like, you understand, they could take this thing to 102 and it's still contained within the parameters of this downsloping channel, this consolidation structure. You had one just recently from freaking May all the way to July. I mean, it was like that. So you flip the chart, there's really no big deal. I mean, the trend is just so good, but a value proposition, there is none. There's no value proposition on Bitcoin. And you're just hitting you're hitting a demand line in a downtrend. So they bounce this. You might go for a retest to 109, 112, easy. It'd probably be more surprising to see Bitcoin break out now because of that just methodical joke rally we've had over 3 weeks of just barely, you know, you're making it methodically, but they'll just take it all out in a few days for a retest of 112 maybe, because they recaptured 112 and they never reconfirmed it as support. That's what's so just unsettling about Bitcoin right now. Like I'd have been a lot better if they, I felt better if they recaptured it and then they reconfirmed it the next day and then we were running. Because that's always like you have to think about, oh God, they might retest because they love to retest to make sure, and then they might fail even when you get there.
Mitch, can you take a look at ODP? Thank you.
Yeah, we'll look at it, dude. Okay. Thank you so much for the 20, dude. So that's where I'm at on Bitcoin. I mean, no, like, there's no way to like manage your risk here. There was. You had a chance, and it was the 4 hour, and it was the inverse head and shoulders. That was about it. Like, you know, lower, closer to 109.358, one of these little valleys here. Yeah, but now at this point, it's just like you're seeing some exhaustion on the 4 hour. You're up against that supply line, and yeah, they're just better assets right now. Way more animal spirits, way more interest. Okay. Cool. Ethereum, better situation structurally. Okay, it's not doing some stupid idiolated 3-week rally and it's now up against the supply line and it's lower highs. It's better. It's a more tight structure. You know, you're thinking maybe it's a reaccumulation structure. And if you're above 43.84, you have an argument for way higher. You fall below 43.84, the argument evaporates. It no longer exists as valid. That's all this is, okay? So one could manage their risk appropriately here to some degree. Compared to Bitcoin, there's no way. Like, you can't do anything up here. Like, where would you set a stop loss? Where would you set an entry? There's no way to do it on Bitcoin right now. Maybe Ethereum, but the problem is this garbage market, right? Bitcoin goes to test 112 again for a retest, right? Because it never did. Well, sorry, Ethereum's probably back at 43.84 or lower. Yep, that's crypto, man. There are 100 million scam coins now, literally, and it's confirmed. So all I can do is hope that Ethereum just outperforms the living crap out of Bitcoin miraculously. Okay? I like Ethereum. Bitcoin's kind of run its course. It did the thing. It's the bottom of the channel. Now it's hitting the top of the channel. And I hope it breaks out soon, but it would be crazy. It would be more surprising to break out soon. Okay, let's look at BNB because we just have to look and see. It is phenomenal, man. $1,000. In fact, an all-time high of $1,006.88. Don't you wish the rest of the market was like this? Yeah, but it's not. In fact, like, just about the whole market collectively is trash and has not been a good, viable place to have your money for the past 6 months. It's been a bad place. It's been no yield, no meaningful rallies, really. I mean, Ethereum, yeah, okay. I'm talking, those are mega cap. I'm talking about the crypto collective, the 100 million, right? Garbage, nothing. BNB though, Kang. Ethereum's been okay. Solana's been on a run. XRP had its fun. Still above $3, but you know XRP will definitely lose $3 if Bitcoin's going to roll over here at the supply line. You know that's coming. So, yeah, there's nothing to do here except take a little profit. $1,000, right? In the breakout, hey man, you're looking at like a 900, maybe even $1,000 BNB. You're there. So it's more on the riskier side. I mean, who could do anything with this asset? Who's going to long 981 right here? That it's kind of insane to do that, but in before it just keeps going. All right, XRP. You know, they broke the descending triangle. They even back tested $3 as support. They even did it again yesterday during the FOMC volatility, but it can't get anything going, man. Just like everything else. Like, there is no way to get this thing going. Hope maybe tomorrow, right? But just think about it, you know, same price it was at July 24th. Same price it was at January of this year. So we're like 10 months, same price. Bitcoin's almost the same. Great, down 0.48%. Solana was doing it, and like, how can it do anything with what we get on the macro with Bitcoin? It's crazy because it's like a complete and utter decoupling where Bitcoin no longer correlates positively to Mag 7s or the NASDAQ or the S&P. It just doesn't happen anymore. Massive underperformer. So Solana, we can rejoice in the fact that we saw the highest price intraday since January 26th. And it looks like, I mean, okay, 32 minutes, easily we might not do this. It may not close where it could very well close red. But hey, if all stayed the same or higher in the next 30 minutes, you'd be going for your highest daily candle close since January 25th. So that's awesome. And you're nearing like a price objective, like that's to 59.90, an old all-time high back from November 2021. So yeah, things were better for everything, but there's just no way any move could sustain with Bitcoin doing what it's doing. So okay, super exciting market, man. Those are your big cryptos. All right. Look at total. Still up against that heart line, man. At the highs of the day, you pretty much hit the heart line. And you pull back. Good news. I mean, again, 30 minutes easily could not happen. But if all stayed the same or higher in the next 30 minutes, it would be the highest daily candle close on total market cap since its all-time high candle, since August 13th. So what does that mean? Total market cap is going for its second highest daily candle close ever. And it's because of two assets, maybe three. Because Bitcoin, Bitcoin's up, 0.33%, but it's really Solana and it's Binance coin. Those are the major players driving total today. That's pretty cool, man. Just hope we can break the heart line and run to 4.5 trillion. And then we're talking. That's when we're talking. Okay. So, like, we're talking about almost every single day, I'm going live and we're talking about some sort of all-time high on the index funds. Once again, not just intraday all-time highs, the highest daily candle close ever. Bitcoin is in no world. Like, if you chose Bitcoin this summer, you lose. You chose wrong. It was Mag 7s. It was big tech, small caps now. It's quantum computing. Shoot, dude, oil stock's better than Bitcoin. I think eventually, maybe, Bitcoin's gonna have its days. It's just not right now, and it hasn't been lately. So, could you imagine if Bitcoin was like making all-time highs again? Like, pipe dream, dude. So now people believe in stocks more than crypto? ? That's been the case. Yeah, crypto is a scam market, Gonzalez. Crypto is collectively a scam and a detriment to society. Of course, CZ, like a market manipulator, scam coin exchange, of course he's going to talk about it being good for the world. It's not, though. It's not really. Like, most people that join crypto lose money. So, but yeah, Bitcoin's amazing. We love Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's not technically crypto. It's its own thing. What's Ethereum done? Rugged a lot of people, right? Many times. And a lot of yield farming, lockup scams, and NFT scams, not really helping anyone. So, but yeah, in the future, maybe things will change. But, we're looking at it, kind of trying to look at it technically. And if you look at it technically, most coins have been even worse. They have been like confirmed scams. You're talking about most coins. If they existed in 2017, 2018, they're trading about at near the same price, right around the same price, almost all of them. Can't tell me that's a great asset class. It's just not. So anyway, nice job. That's amazing. All-time highs on the spider. We love it, dude. We love stocks. We love the Dow Jones that what? Intraday all-time high. Highest daily candle close literally ever. I mean, that's amazing, dude. How can you give a crap about crypto with this going on? So my purpose has been like, you know, let's teach about traditional technical analysis, but also a lot of people that find me are finding me in the froth and the mania of the scam pumps and crypto. And I've been using TA as a gateway drug to get people more involved and interested in traditional markets where there's it's a regulated market where there's quarterly reports, maybe not for long because of Trump. He's changing that maybe. God, so bad. That's going to drive up probably another bubble. You know, Trump's trying to get it to where I think it's bi-yearly companies report earnings. The fraud that can come from that, I think, will increase, right? But yeah, I'm trying to get people that like, I only care about, dude, could you look at Cardano coin or Algo coin? It's like, dude, let's go look at some stocks. Where traditional technical analysis, that's where all the studies and the research was done in the art of TA, not crypto. We're clearing a thicket here. We're Lewis and Clark in crypto. Okay, all-time highs, S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial Average. Freaking kings, man. God, man, this computer. It's like seizing up, having these mini seizures again. I don't know why. Exhausted, man. Oh, beautiful. I mean, it's just freaking amazing. 1414 fib extension achieved for the first time in human history today. Intraday all-time highs. Highest daily candle close ever. Hit the top of the supply line of the channel. So much respect. It is beautiful, man. Beautiful. So where are we on the NASDAQ? Overbought threshold. Major fib extension. My God. The in before, it'll never stop. Of course, but man, might be a decent level to take a little profit. God. Okay, history on 1, 2, 3. Four. All 4 index funds had all-time highs today. The Russell 2000 ETF, the IWM, is currently trading at a fresh all-time high after hours, up another 0.29%, going all the way back to 2021, kind of pulling an Ethereum. And breaking the channel, clearly, right? Yesterday they couldn't do it. Today they have actually broken out of this channel. Amazing, dude. Nah, there's nothing about that, I believe. What? Nothing to do with my keyboard. It's the computer. It's the motherboard. Okay, here's your gold. Remember we had a bearish engulfing candle. We got a fall through candle yesterday. And here we are, you know, kind of selling off again on the new day. Right, you've been impulsing. There's no structure here, so there's no edge. Decent area to pull back. If it went to 3,500, all would be well in the universe. There wouldn't be a big deal. So just checking it out because that's what we do. Going across the markets. Look at silver. Silver. Yeah, none of my work saved, of course, because the power went out and just I forgot to save. So silver just hanging in there, man. We're waiting on 44 bucks. We don't give a crap about any pullback. Any pullback's gonna be a buying opportunity probably. Silver goes 39.60, good. Goes to 38 bucks, good. Long. The trend is too powerful. And probably gonna see an all-time high this cycle. Probably. Okay. Because last time we saw that, 2011. Think about the amount of money supply that exists now compared to 2011. Like how much more inflation is. Can someone pull it up and do it for me? A mod or someone? What was $10,000 in 2011 compared to now in purchasing power. Someone look it up, please, because it's profound. It's crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that the market's going to reprice silver for all-time highs. Okay. All right, so something happened. All right, we talked about Intel, $5 billion investment by Nvidia. That catalyzed, without the catalyst, we don't know, right? Probably lower, but nope. It required a catalyst to kind of make things a little bit easier. Like, whew, thank God, man. Right? The 3 falling peaks idea is not valid until they break the confirmation line. Went into some detail of that structure and its confirmation line. So all they did was gap down yesterday, and they've now officially filled kind of both gaps. Yeah, they filled the gap on the bottom and the top today. So it was the highest daily candle close since September 15th. Really nothing to write home about. You can't really feel that comfortable on Nvidia, like technically, until they're breaking 183. I mean, I think like you're probably in better shape if you're breaking 182. But man, to reconfirm the long-term uptrend, all you need to do is break 183. You were just not very far away. So a bearish-looking consolidation structure could be completely saved by some crazy catalyst, but we'll see, right? You got to recapture the swing highs. One's at 180, 180, 250, and then the last one's 184-ish. So anyone know? See, look at that. $10,000. What is it? Arma, you're saying? I would imagine you're saying what was $14,000, $14,700 in 2011 would be worth $10K today in purchasing power, probably. 43%.
Have we looked at plug-in a while? Hard for me to know where a key ice line is.
Yeah, we looked at it like yesterday and the day before, and last week, right? The trade setup, confirmation low at key supports, and then it went up 19% yesterday. So we can look at it again, Nate Cart, today. Okay, so 10K in 2011 equals 14K in 2025. That's 43%, right? Or not? I don't know what percentage that is. But that's what I'm saying, right? 2011, silver was trading higher in dollar terms than now. So that's repricing. That's going to change. There will be a fresh all-time high this cycle on silver, most likely. That was my point, okay? 2011. What a year. Arguably the best defense in the history of college football in 2011, Alabama. Yeah. Okay. So that was Nvidia, the top gainer. Then it was Google, up 1%. And it was what? Intraday all-time highs. Highest daily candle close ever. Trading, up after hours. Like, stupid strong. It is pulling a Microsoft, which is no surprise. It was playing catch up, and we were grateful that it was lagging behind. So it's exceeded target for the trade setup, which was 248, and now you're at 252. If you're an investor, let it ride, man. Like, you're going to correct and all that, but you're not going to fill this gap anytime soon. Yeah, the party will probably continue for Google. Okay, Meta, my favorite right now. Tesla was, and again, what do you mean your favorite? My favorite in terms of like, man, an asset that has opportunity for upside. So it was like Google was my favorite in June. And then it started playing out. Okay, oh wow, now Tesla's starting to show some variables that are favorable for us for upside. Then Tesla in late July, like a month later. And then more recently in the past week, last week into now, my favorite was Meta, due to the fact that the buyers recaptured all-time highs from February, and you recaptured the channel. You defended the channel on the 12th, and look at the rally off of that. It's almost like a spring back test of spring, a bottom of channel of demand line. And yeah, it was lackluster on the close today, but intraday highest price since August 15th, and amongst one of your highest daily candle closes ever. So I mean, for me, I'm sitting in calls. I got some spot. I'm waiting for 850, and I'll probably own some still to 900. Those are my price objectives on this one. So you can't do anything with Google. It played out godlike. Tesla, it's already played out. It hit target one a few days ago. Target one of the trade setup, and there's 2 more targets. But just because there are 2 more targets, we're talking about people that are flush with cash on the sidelines. This one was your best bet, but I've been covering it every single day. I posted a trade setup. I mean, there's nothing I could really do outside of screaming at you. Or, I mean, that's what I was kind of doing. So I can't take the lawn for you, but this is already up in a positive P&L. And I think there's a lot of upside. I mean, I'm thinking 811, 850, and $900 on Meta, Zuckerberg. It's been lagging now. Okay. Amazon, again, don't really care. Wait, this is not Amazon. Sorry, my computer's lagging. Maybe there's going to be a candle where they just blast it off. But there's another day trading below the overhead resistance from December. Still trading within the pattern completion zone of the bearish bat pattern. Like, you would think, hey, man, it's going to do what all the others do. It's going to break upward. It very well could. I'm not discounting that at all. But we have insane, psycho, radical leftist terrorists on Twitch, which is owned by Amazon. And Amazon leadership and Bezos is saying nothing about it. In fact, they're getting subpoenaed by Congress because of how bad it is. And so it's like, how could I ever, anyone with money, why would they ever want to own this stock until that resolves? So fundamentally, technically, it's kind of, you could be type 2 returning the bearish bat, until you're breaking 241 and correlating above that level positively. Probably best to wait on it. Again, I'll bring it up. If they do this, and then they do this, and then they do this, they'll get something like that over time. Then it'd be a good trade setup, good risk management, max upside, price discovery upside, invalidating the W shape. All right, but until then, kind of, your upside could be literally nothing. It could be. But again, number go up. Look at the trend, dude. You can't stop it. Yeah, I know, but it's weak. Of the 7, it typically is one of the weakest. Microsoft, dark cloud cover a couple days ago. I guess you're catching follow through today. There's no edge. There's no structure. There's no meaningful way to maybe manage risk unless you're just going to use 500 as the level. There's an unfilled gap at $500. I'm just not impressed with it. Look, dude, it's amazing. Hey, an investor, who can, but I'm talking about, you come here, we congregate here to look for trade setups, like how we can manage our risk and optimally, and at the same time have an edge where there's an increased probability of the resolution being up next. And you don't have that on Microsoft. It was a great run, though, man. It was cool. They look how they retested the old all-time high from 2021. It became support. And then they gave us a confirmation low. And that's it. Then the breakaway gap, and it was just unstoppable. And now we don't know. It could be over for a while, still in just correction, consolidation mode. So they're just, Meta's a better play than Microsoft based on technicals and having an edge and strategizing. So, all right, Apple. Yeah, dude, none of my work saved. So, bearish engulfing candle confirmed today, but still above 237.12. They closed it again. One more test it was a successful test. The old all-time high resistance from July of 2024, October 2024. Tested successfully. So yeah, your dragon's getting close to being invalidated, even though it's not quite dead yet. I could definitely see a higher high, then the same high. I like the higher lows, but you got to make a higher high now. Like the bearish divergence is there. They're just, if they sell it off tomorrow, if we catch follow through and fill the gap, we fall back below 237.12. Then you're talking about possibly triple bearish divergence developing on the RSI. So I'm hoping not. I'm hoping like, dude, it's all good. What you have maybe going on here locally would be this. So 1 and 2. And then, yeah, so you got yourself a little channel or something. And maybe they take it to 232 again. They fill the gap. They hold this 232.92. And also another inflection point. They can come down and back test that formally as support. And if they hold that, then you recapture 237. Then you're off to 250. So that's maybe what you got going on right now. Just a little channel that developed. And hopefully they can hold it. Okay, so, and now the last of the 7, the worst performer, Tesla down 2.12% today. And unfortunately, I mean, that is a potential dark cloud cover. Now, you know, you are trading above the old all-time high from 2021, major inflection point, but that is a candle. So you don't want to see follow through tomorrow. On a Friday, you do not want to continue lower. You do not want to lose 411, 414. Because then you're starting to look at maybe the gap to be filled at 395, 396. So that is a potential dark cloud cover. I mean, right? That's exactly textbook. You talk about it. Here's a candle, the close, right? Highest close we had seen since January 15th. You know, and then today opened higher than the previous candle's close, then pierced through over 50% of the previous candle's body. But realistically, you know, closed and pierced through 90% of the previous candle's body. So strong piercing action, and that's it. So that could be a Japanese candlestick reversal, all dependent on tomorrow's follow through price action. Okay, so those are your Mag 7s. Okay. So here are your futures. You know, S&P top left, Dow Jones top right, NASDAQ bottom left, IW1 or Rust 2000 futures bottom right. Everything is at around all-time highs. The real market, where the capital is right now, it's not crypto. Maybe that changes, unless, I mean, it's not in crypto outside of Binance coin. Binance coin's a different world. We've been talking about it. Binance coin's the best crypto in the entire world, and it's not even close. There's nothing that could rival or compete with Binance coin in performance and market cap. So, yeah. Okay, so I think we had a couple requests. We've been live now 49 minutes. If you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button below. So thanks for being here. Okay, so can you take a look at ON on semiconductors? Oh, interesting. Well, it wasn't for a while. My God, it's been a minute since I've been here, but a little disappointed that on this pullback they couldn't test 45 bucks, but maybe it's this. Maybe it's this swing low, 47 bucks. It reminds me a little bit of what was it? Plug. It reminds me of Plug a little bit. You get like a confirmation low at inflection point. Anytime you get a local confirmation low at inflection point of some sort, anyone out there can utilize it to manage their risk, to construct a trading plan. If you start throwing in a little bit of bullish divergence on the oscillators, hey, strengthens the argument. So the problem is, why not request this yesterday? Why not request this 2 days ago or 3 days ago? Why do it today when it's up over 4%, up 0.69% after hours, above the 200 moving average now? See, the closer you are to the inflection point or inflection zone, the more optimum it is for risk management. When you start separating and you're up, okay, it was up 3%, 3.5%, okay, it's up like 8%, you know, in 3 days. Well, how do it's like, where do you enter and where do you set the stop loss now? It's harder. It's harder when you go up 8% in 3 days. So You would not want to own the asset probably below 45 bucks. That's all I can give you. Yep, that's it. That's your cutoff. The closer you are to $47, the better the entry. The more strategic the entry with the most upside potential. So if you were going to target for upside, I would imagine it's pretty simple, right? Like that swing high, 57.88, and then continue. Yeah, I'd say something like 59.72. Yeah, so that would be some sort of inflection zone a little bit. Okay. That's your target. So like if you were entering closer to $47, it'd probably be equitable to take profit at 58 bucks. But now at being up 8% in 3 days, it's a lot harder. Like I don't know. I don't think it would be equitable at all. It's a long right now. So it's tricky, but that's how it is, man. You got to be paying attention. They got to be near at these supports. They can't go up 8% in 3 days. And then you're asking about it. It's harder. Okay, you put me in a rock and a hard place with the request. But I do appreciate the contribution. Let's look at the next one. You requested serve next. Serve. Serve robotics. Oh my god, I'm a robot. Ooh. Interesting-ish, kind of, but not really at a key level. I don't know. So I've never been here before. 6 minutes and change to the daily close in crypto. Would we... I mean, I guess this might be real, like a swing low from 2024, swing high 2024. I guess they started regarding it as support again this year in July, and I guess you're above that. So this one's up almost 10% today. That was the highest daily candle close since like June 6th. So yeah, I like the local price action here, but right, if we're always trying to strategize at or at least really close to levels, right, and you've separated. Just like the other one, you're kind of far away from 10 bucks. What is up with this? Oh. Huh, what the? Okay. Yeah, up against a big 1283. If they break 1283, that's when things could get nuts. Yeah, I mean, you might very well run away. But yeah, you look at this like, oh, is that a bull flag? Yeah, they broke some resistance, right? Didn't they? They put in a slightly higher low, didn't they, than this low? Yeah, momentum shifted, and then they broke supply line, and then they recaptured the 200 moving average. I mean, like, risk management, entries, tougher here, right? 10% on the day, up 0.86% after hours. But man, this one looks like it's like turning things around, and if they break it for real, dude, I mean... Maybe 1776 because we love America, but it looks like 1776 is actually some sort of reversal point from August of last year and December of last year and December of last year again. So maybe that would be your target first, 1776. Then there's gap fill at 2283, but then all-time highs. So it actually looks pretty interesting here, like locally, but for an entry, it's a little different, right? It's a little harder. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. You have your alert set up above this because it could go berserk straight up to 1776 if they're actually going to break it. Okay, sorry. And MAPS maps WM technology. I love when it says technology. Oh, this one, I'm like, I mean, I get it, right? It's been a loser all time, but down here, it does look like maybe the composite operator is accumulating. I do like this, yeah. A little far off though. I mean, like they're just always like, this one's up 5%, you know. But like you had an M shape here. It looks like a nice bullish bat pattern. Didn't even quite get the the 886 would have been freaking perfect, man. It would have been just godlike. But you never got there. They front ran it. See that it was like an 84% retrace. In a way, it kind of reminds me of KBTS. Yeah, reminds me of KBTS a little bit. You know, if you know, you know. Yeah, so typically, right, if you want to long ranges, if you want to long a trading range, you know the closer the asset is to the bottom of the trading range, the more optimum the entry is. So this one got close to 80 cents, that initial 2022 swing low, and they front ran it, which is tough. That is tough, man. But even if you were going to be like, okay, well, there's also this minor level that you can see some price action correlation, 2023, 2024, and then I guess recently 2025. All right, well, that's your zone. That's your entry zone. And now it's so far removed, it makes it impossible to manage risk optimally. And your upside potential is very limited for a trading range, right? Because we're not, if you're longing the bottom of a trading range, you're never expecting it to break out when it gets to the top of the trading range. That's like where you take as a profit and, okay, it hits that level, maybe up thrust, and then eventually comes back down to the bottom. But at the same time, yeah, this could be a Wyckoff accumulation structure going on, signature. And I do like it for that regard. I really do. It's just a tougher, how do you enter? How do you really strategize? What if they come back down one more time for a type 2 return here? So in terms of entering, it's hard. It's difficult. But hey, man, long term, this could be awesome. This is something to definitely be paying attention to, because you got like the lowest low in April 2023. And then every single low after that low, always higher lows. But you had this low that's virtually the same as this low, virtually the same as this low, but something's changing. The conditions are improving for the asset in this trading range, because now, right, the most recent discernible swing lows in this range are higher than all of these other 4 lows. So that's more than before. Someone out there subtly accumulating. So I do like this one. I just wish someone would have asked for it, in August or July. But of course, no one does. So you just got to look at it and be like, yeah, it looks good. And probably we'll go to 148. They break 148. It's 188. They break 188. Mother of God, it's probably going to 280. And then after that, it's probably going to 377. So yeah, man, this is an interesting chart. What is this? WM Technology, Internet Software Services. Shoot, dude. It's pretty. Okay, that was for Anonymous, dude. Thank you. All right, Golden Knight wants to see UPS. Let's go to UPS. Wait a second. We got to do... Should look on the 8s, dude. We got 30 seconds till the daily candle close on Bitcoin. Buyers have come in a little bit to ease the pain of power hour. It's up 0.5%, and it's gonna be lackluster. It's gonna be a bittersweet day. In 10 seconds, give me 1 sec, dude. Okay. Oh, dude, y'all don't even know how wrecked my body and my mind is. Okay, long week, dude. I need to rest. Okay, there it is, chat. There it is. That was the highest daily candle close we've seen on Bitcoin since August 17th. That's cute and all, but all 4 index funds made all-time highs today. So it's we are not the same. Bitcoin is lagging behind miserably for now. Subuncle.
Hi Mitch, hand waving. Could you share your thoughts on our humble dollar rum? Appreciate the work you do every day.
We can look at it, man. Absolutely. Thank you for the 20 pounds, mate. Okay, my bullish engulfing candle. You have one technically. Can we get follow through? We'll go test that supply line. What do we got? How much supply is going to be at the supply line? Probably a lot. Yeah, there you have it, man. Hey, good news, right? Good news. We are in the bullish control zone again for now. 61.3, highest relative strength reading since August 13th. Oh, yeah, August 13th, 14th, whatever. Yep. So you got that going. I mean, that's great, but win volume, win high volume spike, win like 5% candle. Win. Remember, Bitcoin is a momentum driven asset. And you're looking at a channel that's down sloping. And so you want upsloping, you know. So let's break out. Let's get a big pump, you know, like a resounding breakout candle, and I'll feel a lot better about the asset. But then, you know, you got to break 120. Then you got to break 123 and 124. And only after you break 120 or you break 118, you break 120, you break 123, and you break 124. Only after breaking all those can you say it is confirmed that we are resuming the long-term uptrend. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of crap that has to be done. Yeah. Okay. We'll look at Ethereum real quick, and then we'll, Ethereum strategically, or I guess structurally, way better than Bitcoin, where it's a pattern we've recognized, we understand. It looks like there's reaccumulation occurring, even though that argument is only valid contingent upon the data. The data being, as long as the price stays above 43.84, we have a valid argument. If the price falls below that, our argument is gone. We do not have a reaccumulation argument really much anymore. That's the cutoff. But until that happens, you're in really good shape on Ethereum for $5,000+. So I'm just hoping that what we are identifying is real, and the consolidation that's been ongoing since its genesis August 13th, over 5 weeks now, just about 5 week triangle in development with a little bit more, it could go, but the probability is starting to increase, nearing the apex resolution, whether it breaks up or down. But optimistic due to the trend and due to the fact that we broke the right angled and descending broadening formation that was a 500 plus day large structure, right? You broke this. This took forever to develop. And the fact that we broke it so resoundingly, and we bullishly engulfed last week, a bullish engulfing candle above the May 2021 high. I have nothing but optimism on this asset until we lose 43.84. That's it. It's very simple. That's why you have to love inflection points. Because that's why I can sleep well knowing the price of the asset that's above that level. Below it, 39.50, and then we'll reassess. But for now, we're good, okay? And it will not take much, man, to get us into price discovery. Just think about how long it's been. 2021 to now. The purchasing power of the US dollar has collapsed in the past 4 years. It has. So I'm just thinking they would eventually reprice Ethereum to monetary debasement, and that's going to be above $5,000. So okay, second largest asset in the world with a huge breakout. I mean, patterns this large, dude, if they resolve bullishly, they typically go, and I'm talking $6,000+ $7,000 eventually. So just think about the weekly, think about 43.84. It is a trade setup, dude. It is a valid trade setup until you fall below 43.84. Then it's not. Then it failed. Okay? It's unlike Bitcoin. It's kind of way different, and it's kind of better. It's actually way better for the swing trader, position trader. Yeah. Okay. And BNB, of course, goes without saying, all-time highs. Let's go, dude. Let me get these requested. I'm starving, man. I gotta eat some dinner. I'm exhausted, dude. Let's go to UPS. UPS. Well, that was beautiful, man. It's still been terrible. That bearish consolidation, the bear flag, and then the bearish back test of $89. I love seeing the resolution. Wonderful. And look at the long-term trend. It is, the smell, of UPS. And people are starting to get, I guess, thirsty for UPS. People requesting it now.
Hey Mitch, can we take a look at Beta NYSE? Not sure why this asset looked different than other Bitcoin ETF. Much love. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's because it's worse. It's bad. It's like a Canadian. Anything Canadian on financial markets is terrible. It's always going to be inferior to the U.S. So I have Bitto, You would never own BitO over IBIT, ever, or FBTC, or all the other 12, right? Or however, the 9. I don't know, it's like the Nazgul. Yeah, so I guess we can look at it. Got me. Thanks, dude. But yeah, we had a bullish engulfing candle September 11th, and, you know, you're up 1% today. It's just like, what kind of trend are you in? If it rallied here, would it be a long, sustained rally recovery? Nah. What I would do, I would wait for 76, 79 bucks. Go back to a major inflection point, its IPO, 1999. See some swing highs 2006 and 2007. Yeah, I just look at something like that. You just got to keep in perspective, trend analysis. And then you ask the question, after identifying the trend being so miserable, is there any evidence that there are major players right now conducting a buying campaign on this asset? I mean, looking at this chart down here, absolutely not. Like, just made the lowest price since COVID crash. And guess what? Think about that. It just hit the lowest price this month since COVID, and all the index funds today closed at all-time highs. So if this rallied, okay, if it rallied here, it would be due to some level of buy or seller exhaustion. The sellers just have been dumping this thing so incessantly. It's a slightly lower low. Maybe the RSI here, yeah, you're diverging. Okay, you pump it. What's the extent of the upside? 89 bucks. Maybe it goes to 93 bucks, but like, it's, I mean, that's it. There would need to be some major news-driven catalyst to turn this thing around, like major high volume reversal. You don't have that. So UPS still miserable. No accumulation, no buying campaign, no composite operator. This is signifying that no one wants it. Some Stosh.
Stosh tip $25. Hey Mitch, can you look at GPRO? Holding this from $1. Thanks.
All right, Stosh. Thanks, dude. Action 360 camera, way better. But we'll look, okay? That one's an ultimate loser. Always loses. Long term. But we'll look, okay? Booz Allen Hamilton Holding Corporation. Okay. Booz Hamilton. We've been here before. I remember this place. But the trend is not your friend. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible trend, and you're actually, you know what it is? It looks like a descending triangle. It is not a descending triangle. It is descending triangle psychology. So you have people are offloading their position subtly, and they're also at the same time keeping the price propped above $100 because they're continuing to offload. They do not want to get caught with their pants down, so they will prop the price up with a buy wall while they offload, hence the lower highs. And now you're just up against the buy wall again, and that's like you're so close to the apex between the two trend lines, where it's like, okay, you got, you can clearly see it's like the buy wall and then the supply line, right? You're nearing that apex, and that's like, okay, the resolution's probably coming soon. I'd be really cautious on this, man. Really cautious. If someone would be like, it's a spring back test. True, but trend is so bad. Such a bad trend, so well below the 200 moving average. That bullish divergence that was so severe played out, and it was miserable. It was just the lowest high of the downtrend. So just give me a candle. Give me a candle that is not today the lowest daily candle close since June 24th. Give me something. Give me a favorable candle. Like that bullish engulfing candle looked good, and then it's like already bearish engulfing candle and marking lower and validating that engulfing candle. It's terrible price action. Not even oversold. So they could break. You break $100, it will be a devastating technical event for Booz Allen. Okay, so maybe it holds here, but I'm looking for assets that are in well-established uptrends, that have corrected some, that are, you know, or, hey man, that looks a lot better to me. Okay, all right, we got ourselves an ascending triangle, and they're absorbing supply, and there's a reaccumulation pretty evident here. Good trend for now. But yeah, I mean, maybe it holds, dude. It could hold. It literally could. I'm not taking that away from you, but miserable price action. Sorry, we gotta move on. I'm sorry, I'm tired, dude. I'm real tired. Okay, ODP, which was hitting a level. Yes, all right. The Three Rising Valleys continuation, and yesterday intraday highest level since January. It's hanging in there for now, you know, like, right, they recaptured the key levels, they reconfirmed them and marking up, and from your highest high to lowest low, you haven't even seen a 23% retrace yet, which is really shallow. So like, if it was going to make a meaningful retrace, then you're looking between $30 and $41. It'll take time. It was easy to manage risk, knowing what kind of pattern was developing. After, look, they lost it, and they recaptured it, and they reconfirmed it. You had the pattern, the hidden bullish divergence, recapturing the 200 moving average. You had a golden cross just 10 days ago. Wow, phenomenal. Shoot, trading above all three moving averages. Yeah, it's in good shape since that 1750 optimum entry level. So you just gotta be patient on it, and yeah, you'd be targeting $30 to $41. 34.50 is a big inflection point too. So okay, that's ODP. Still churning along, right? Yeah. Plug for Nate, as we looked at yesterday. Plug power. Oh, it continued, man. Let's freaking go up 24% in 2 days. This is the dream. This is the stuff you look for. You look for buyers recapturing key inflection points, historical battlegrounds, and then you look for local patterns to develop. And then you look for favorable price action. And you got it. And now highest daily candle close since January 21st, and on the way to 230. You break 230, then things get crazy, I would imagine. Probably 270. Yeah, that's it, man. Like, plug, baby, plug. The old plug, dude, it was great, man. Good stuff, man. Okay. So just marking up, resolving. Consolidation patterns resolved. This one's resolving. Good. Okay, next one's Rumble. For Uncle. Rumble. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting here. I guess it's split or something. I don't know. Everything's off. This is wrong. It's not. Okay, so Rumble starting to turn things around. You're able to identify someone accumulating. Yeah, you got a nice bullish M shape right here, completing at an 886. Really nice, but it's more about the low, the higher low, the higher low. One low, second low, third low. So then we would just go to the weekly, maybe even the monthly, and see that Three Rising Valley situation. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, this is real. Hidden, and you got some hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. I like Rumble. Yeah, Rumble looks like someone's becoming wise to its potential value on the free market, and they're accumulating now. They're more than beforeing for us. That looks beautiful, man. And it's all happening where? The candle close from October 22. Dude, this is a trade setup. It just is, man. All right. Wow. I would say you're targeting for 1471, 1547. Do you see the swing highs and the candle closes and the reversal in December 20? That's it, man. It's very simple. Thank you. This is the request of the day. It's a position trade. It is not something you'd be getting in and out of quick. Nope. You'd be very, very. You gotta be patient on this. You could almost get away with taking profit at 1070, but you'd have to be a lot tighter on your stop, and you can make it equitable. Oof, but so you'd be playing the weekly morning star reversal that caught follow through last week, and now it's following through. That's what happens. Morning star reversal at key inflection point with bullish divergence, whether you call it hidden or classic. I think you've got an argument for both. 3 to 1 for the most conservative target, fine. Target 2, easy, 1471. And I think you could do a target 3 if you wanted, because if it's real, like it's like, hey man, we're gonna do this thing. Maybe like 1750 almost. Like it's a pretty cut and dry accumulation signature with a form of confirmation on the third valley, which is with divergence. Again, probably hidden because it is a higher low technically right now. It is on the candle closes on that, again, one low, the second low. That's why I call it confirmation low. So there you have it, chat. That's very nice, man. Very nice. It's symmetrical. It's hitting us. It's great, man. You can have a looser stop too, by the way. You just could, but not if you want to take profit at 1089. It has to be like 668. Okay, so that's the way we could look at it. All right. Let's freaking go, dude. Nice request, Uncle. So you got what? You got chart patterns, massive chart pattern. You got technical indicators. You got trend analysis, man. You got higher highs, higher lows consecutively. You're uptrending long term. Sorry, you got it all, man. Rumble's got it all. Yeah. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, chat. Nice. Okay. If you want that publication hand delivered to you in the Discord, you can join the Patreon or the premium Discord where you get access to my trade setups, my daily charts, more access to me in general in the premium Discord chat. Needless to say, it's been an incredible few months for members. Some life-changing gains going on, and it's serious, dude. Like Intel was like, hello, Intel, what do you, and yes, up 27%. So yeah, but again, remember, you would join the Patreon and Citadel, not just because you're getting value via trade setups and education, empowering yourself. You would be doing it to support the team that supports me. And above everything, you would do it because I'm 100% crowdsourced for going on 8 years voluntarily. I've never monetized on YouTube like everyone does. Never made you watch an ad on this stream. How many hours of your life have I saved you by not monetizing so you don't watch ads? Countless hours. And never accepted sponsorship, no affiliate marketing links, nothing, man. Only crowdsourced for almost 8 years. No one does that. Okay? So if you want to reward that behavior from your content creator, you join the Patreon/Citadel. You just do it, man. And you get value out of it. It's not just like, oh, man, this is for free, for nothing. No, there's value in there, okay? So I think it's reciprocity. You learn how to identify this type of stuff, and then all of a sudden, what? We all together benefit from it. So, okay. So Bitcoin on the weekly, man. 3 days till this closes. Where will we be at? I hope at 119.6 to 120 plus. So here's your Bitcoin. Okay. We got more requests though. We got another one. We got more. And Gummy's asking, why is this a different chart? Why is it a different chart? Yeah, as I suspected, fraudulent. The BitO people are like straight up stealing from shareholders of BitO. That's it. Dude. I didn't have to look at the chart to know. Oh, Canadian Bitcoin ETF scam, fraud, stealing, legally, I guess, legally stealing. Yeah, dude. This is November 2021. These people have straight up stolen. Anyone who owns this, you should probably think about legal action. This is so bad. But dude, the trend, you're below a swing low from February 2022. What was the price of Bitcoin in February 2022? What, the 50s? 50,000s? And Bitcoin's currently at 117. Fraud. So why do TA on it? You wouldn't do TA on it. These people are awful. Morally bankrupt. Yeah. Well, Canada is kind of morally bankrupt in a lot of ways. They went completely secular. They took out God and Christianity out of their whole country, just like Europe. And you can see what's happening. You can't just have a potted plant with rich, fertile soil that had a moral framework we call Christianity. You can't just uproot it and rip it out in the past 50 years and expect something else to not take root, which is the government, trans ideology, and Islam. Yeah, that's what's happened. Any Canadian girl I meet down here, guess what? They all do OnlyFans. Yeah, a lot of Canadians come to Miami. You meet them? Oh, what do you do? Oh, yeah, you're an OnlyFans? Okay, go figure. Because the other girl I met from Canada, also OnlyFans. Yeah, morally bankrupt, man. And now, y'all, what have y'all done? 36% of y'all's population is now like third world migrants in the past like 2-3 years. It's crazy, dude. Canada, y'all are cooked. So cooked, man. We need to build another border now. We have to. It's going to be real bad, man, the next 20 years. We have to build a northern border and just cut them out too, because they're going to be worse than Mexico. Okay. Let's see. I think there's another request. Let's see here. GoPro. Yeah, for Stosh. Okay. GoPro's been doing it, man.
Hey Mitch, could you look at Ondo/USD Coinbase? Thanks.
The answer is yes, Dr. Fish. Thank you for the 20. Yeah, we'll look at Ondo. Well, they broke a supply line, a downtrend that extends back to 2021. There is now more than before. Goodness gracious, recapturing $2. My God, there's a lot of good things going on GoPro. It's been a long time. You saw me, I had to extend out the channel because it just kept going. But yeah, things have turned around. Higher highs, higher lows. You just made a higher high again. In fact, you made the highest price past day or two since February of 2024. But man, if we could get some sort of formal bullish backtest of $2 at some point, it could be an interesting entry. But you are overbought right now. You've been kind of running. You know, there's no real structure here that's discernible, visible. We just know $2. You want to check back. If we could check back, man, get something. If it could do something like this, and then this, and then this. Oh my God, dude. I'll trade set up. Let's frickin' go. But I don't think you really have it yet. But that would be absolutely incredible. Okay. Let's correct some after a nice frickin' what? Since the beginning of the month, up 88%, 87%, and it says 2 weeks. So let's correct, recapture the key level, reconfirm it, spring back test, and then we could talk about maybe a really good setup. But yeah, small caps though, dude. All the small caps. It's up 10% today. Wow. Nice one, Stosh. We'll see. You've been holding it since $1. Just hang tight, man. You probably aren't going to see $1 again. Just being real. Okay, next one's Ondo. On Coinbase. Okay. Oh my goodness, man. It looks phenomenal. It looked good. Now it looks better. Why does it look better? Because you're confirming more accumulation. Like, look at this. 1 and 2. And now you have, you know, buyers defending the 200 moving average. You probably already got a golden cross. You got your golden cross in mid-August, about a month ago, trading above the 50, the 200, oh my God, dude. Look out. When do you ever do this? When are you ever trading above all 3 moving averages? Yeah, Ondo's like great, you know, setting up for 147 to 165 to 214. Yes. It was good. It's even better now. The 20s bullishly crossing over the 50. So it's a mini golden cross. It's like a bronze cross. All right. I mean, let's see here. Would it be like this simple? This would be kind of risky. This would be kind of really pushing it on the risk curve because you would probably have the best stop loss below 93 cents. But maybe 96 cents because of the moving averages and the top of the inflection zone that they just back tested successfully and just letting it ride to 146. 165. It's very interesting. It looks better than most crypto in the world, that's for sure. In terms of technical setups and like accumulation evidence and more than before and local confirmation and positive price action correlation to key levels, you got like all the makings of a velocity athlete on this. It's freaking kind of nuts. It's kind of unbelievable. Simple. Something like that. Again, I am putting a disclaimer that the stop loss is maybe too tight. It might be a little too tight. Okay? So you do have trend analysis, harmonic patterns, technical indicators, chart pattern. You got 4 of them. I can only pick 3. It only lets me pick 3. But whatever. I mean, it's good. If Bitcoin crashes, though, it's not. It's going to be terrible, but dude, that's really nice stuff. Look at that, man. The last 2 requests of the stream were the best. That was us digging through the mines, and then, oh, we found the diamonds. Oh, let's freaking go, dude. Hey, big deal here. Money Killers 8524. Let's freaking go, dude. He has just joined the annual Patreon. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's really, you know, he was in the Patreon. He's been in the Patreon supporting. But guess what, man? Some of these trade setups, hey, people are getting flush. Because these setups are making crazy money. So it's like how this works is there's not always going to be ample opportunity on the markets. So you join for the year and maybe you're taking a break for a couple months and all of a sudden all these opportunities present themselves a couple months later and you're in the Patreon for the year. So you're in the Citadel for a year. So, oh yeah, but like if you didn't do that, you might be inclined to not renew, and then all of a sudden the setups develop, and then I missed it, all these opportunities. So I think joining the annual Patreon, it is a wise move because of these markets. That's how it works. So friggin' Ondo, man, Money Killers, thank you so much, dude, for the annual Patreon pledge, and the carpet, thank you so much for joining the Patreon just first month. Join the Patreon fresh. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. And a lot of new renewals today too. Just some renewals today is X100 Pre, XRP 0543.
GTFO, and enjoy your steak tonight, bro.
Subarma, thank you, dude. Ozcan, thanks for the 21 months continued support in the Patreon/Citadel. Same 111, thanks for the 8 months continued support in the Patreon/Citadel. And then there's the carpet right there. He renewed, actually. He was in the Patreon for the first time ever last month, and then he renewed this month. So thank you so much to the carpet for that. It means a lot. And it was Arma, thanks for the 20 dudes. Go enjoy my steak. Was I having steak tonight? I guess I could. My God, man, what Ondo? It's crazy, dude. Why does Ondo look so good? If you're above $1 on Ondo, you're just long waiting for $1.50. Simple. It's that simple, dude. Okay. I think Scott Carney would be extremely excited about this one. He's probably looked at it on a stream, to be real, but my God, it's nice. Okay. That was the last request. My music stopped, of course.
Love your TA. Could you look up Metasard?
What's up, Simon? Thanks for 20, dude. Medicaid. Why is it spelled that way? Medicaid. We can try. Is it Nest coin? It's a Nest coin, of course. Dude, they're gonna be paying tendies. Tendy dividends. Gonna go to the doctor's office and get tendies. What exchange, man? Crypto.com or what? You know, could you real quick tell me what exchange you want, Simon? Just let me know. Yeah, I always go and sometimes I lurk. Jared, I was there. I was there, man. Just waiting on Sema to say something. I guess they're going to crypto.com. Yeah. I'll give it a shot. He's probably being like, dude, it's never head and shoulders. It is. It literally is. At the same time, positive price action correlation to a key level. Pretty simple knowing the levels here. Like, it's very, very simple, but that's what they got going on that support right there. Where's my... Yeah, so that's what they're doing. So he's probably like, hey man, could you look at this because it looks like a big structure? It does. I'm not arguing at all. It's a scam coin, but dang, I mean, they're trying to do that, like for real. And you're going to clearly see the neckline is this inflection zone up here, 2.1 to 2.3 cents. Breaking that would be insane. But yet, I think 9.1 tenths of 1 cent would probably be the best entry, but I can see why maybe they're not going to let it get there. It's because they're defending this other support from April. So you could try to strategize. The closer you are to 1.08 cents, the more optimum the entry. You're a little far off of it, but that's kind of the area to enter. And clearly, I think, Simon, your target would be the top of the range. And if they broke it, I would assume probably 3.7 cents. So it's very interesting down here. If it was a normal asset that wasn't a scam that I'd heard of, it's not called Medicaid. Maybe post trade. It is trade setup, postable. But dude, I'm exhausted, man. I'm hungry and tired, and it's 4 days in a row of training, vigorous training, and cardio and streaming. Dude, I'm just I'm getting old, man. Are you kidding me? I put in the effort, the work this week, okay? In my purpose, in my body, in my spirit and soul. Any of them? Okay, well, this is the one. Okay. This is what we're looking at. Okay. Partner with base. Well, then, you know what? I mean, stop loss maybe below 1.08 cents. Target 2.1 to 2.3. And then your second target would be 3.7 cents. And if you wanted another target, you could have all-time highs. So you got that. You know, another thing, what's crazy about it, chat? Like, no one's going to believe this. You're like, wait, what? There's more? Yeah, dude, there's more. Are you freaking kidding me? No effing way. Gosh dang, man. You got it all on this one, actually. You actually do. Phenomenal. It's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be tight. Gonna be real tight. But 3 to 1, 3.4 to 1. Reward to risk. You could either do like that, that's conservative. I would just make target 2 like this. I think it could be that simple. You can make it a little bit tighter, but then you wouldn't be able to take profit at 2.1. You'd have to take profit at 2.3 if you wanted a looser stop loss. So it's just an idea, man. Okay, it's a good request. I guess we could post it just for the education, man. MCADE. Yeah. So you got a harmonic. You got a pattern, chart pattern. You got a technical indicator. Why is my OP alert going off? What is OP doing, chat? OP coin. G-Dog? What's happening? I'm about to look at it. Bad timing. Put me to work today. You've been putting me to work every day, though. Wow, beautiful. OP's like a trade setup, right? Let's go to it. It's up 2.2%. Oh my chat. This is why. Look at this, man. This is an active trade setup. Never got stopped out. It's still amazing. Please understand where we are. Wow. This is what you want, man. This is stuff you look for, whether it's scam coin or not. Look how perfect the inverse head and shoulders is. Look how it's not just the inverse head and shoulders. It's the inverse head and shoulders concluding its development with favorable price action at above a key level from 2022. That is what makes a pattern so powerful. When its development is concluding favorably above a key level. Take this education in, man. The target's 140 and beyond if this plays out. It just is, okay? History shows you. It's beautiful. It really is artwork, okay? See you higher on OPay. Anyway. Pretty good stream, right? Pretty good stream. All right, Bitcoin Asia, they're buying a little bit. Meh. Ethereum's up 0.5%. Look, dude, Ethereum, whatever it does, this is a golden opportunity for a long, given enough time, above 43.84. All I can do is go live and tell you, you have a reaccumulation structure maturing, and you have pretty good reward or risk in this situation. This would be you'd be longing for price discovery going into Q4. That's what you'd be doing. This is your argument for longing an asset going into Q4 in price discovery, okay? Join the Discord if you haven't. It's free to join. You get notified when I go live personally. You'll miss live streams if you do not join the Discord. And it's free to join the Discord, and there's educational resources tab that has source material in it. So if you're looking to get your feet wet and learning about this crazy complex language of technical analysis, the stuff's there for you to begin your journey, okay? So join the Discord for real, dude. And on YouTube, dude, I am like 20 YouTube subs away from 77,000. Could we do that, man? I don't grow anymore, okay? I'm a dead streamer, but like 20 subs. I know y'all could find me 20 subs just so I can be like, hey, look, dude, 77,000 subs on YouTube. It's nothing, but like whatever.
Can you look at QSI? Thank you, Mitch.
What's up, Ariza? Thanks, dude, for the 20. Yeah, we'll look at QSI. Sure. Come on, 20 subs. You could do that with your grandma's YouTube account, okay? Yeah, good luck. Exactly, Batson. Yep. QSI, we've been here. I mean, it's kind of been turning things around, right? It put the lowest low, then went on a bubble or went on a pump and dump, but the pump and dump concluded with higher lows than this low, the lowest low. Nice, but the problem is you're requesting it when it's up 21.43%. So like when that happens, it's tough. But clearly you can see just the momentum shift on QSI is occurring for sure with confirmation. So double bottom here, but 140, right? You would want to check back, and if not, 114 might be another level to think about it again. But there wasn't an edge at all, dude. That thing was getting destroyed. That was nasty, dude. Like, good God, lost from July to August, lost 52% of its value in less than a month. Brutal. But hey, recovering, man. So I don't think there's anything actionable about it. But yeah, like no one's going to say that there's not, like they've confirmed there's more than before from November 2024. If you break 140, which you did, and if it's real, then you just have a 222 target. Okay? That would be your target if you were in this already. But I don't know if you're not in it, you want to buy it now. Up being 20, it's not a good entry tomorrow probably, because it's anytime you're up 21%, it could be down 10% the next day, and it's probably not a big deal. But anyway, so that's QSI, dude. Y'all getting me while I'm exhausted, man. I am on fumes right now of energy. Thank you, Jarrett, man. Thank y'all for the advocacy, okay? All right, 117.4. It's not about Bitcoin. It's more about Ethereum for the swing trader, position trader, for risk management, for upside opportunity. I think Ethereum's the play right now. Like I think Meta's the play for the Mag 7s. Just based on structures and context, okay? Oof. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming out. 5 streams in a row this week. 5 in a row, no breaks. So thank y'all for coming out. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A. What is this song, bro? I'm just gonna... Yeah, we did a record screech that. That was god awful.